our league is a home and away system where the away team gets 2 vetoes, and then the home team picks the map they want to play from the remaining ones, which is why we have Virtus.pro playing this map. So forgive me, but please continue your point, Daniel.
No, I mean, are we jumping into the pistol here, actually? So we're going to be jumping straight into the match. We got already Bjarni trying to make his way in there. Virtus.pro deflected thus far, but Taz able to find an entry onto Fiflerin. So they are going to be able to get that bomb down soon. So we're going to have Taz here now, trying to recover that bomb. It's going to be Forest, who really locked down that position very, very well. So pretty much a straight-up play on to be there. But just to try to answer very briefly your question, NIP is, again, I really feel like they're one of the best adaptive teams and at reacting. They have really good reactions and team play within that. So I feel like against Virtus.pro, they are going to be able to do a really good job, especially if they apply their Inferno mentality, where they really delay rotations. Because when things get awkward on this map, when you start getting pressured to do these rotations, NIP show great resilience at resisting plays that try to create rotation for the CTs, and that might just be the saving grace for them here. As we'll have to see what their setups are like on the sites. But I do think it will be a close one, but I still give Virtus.pro the edge. I mean, it's hard not to.
Okay, so it looks like NIP won the pistol and have opted for won the knife and have opted for the CT side here. So in that pistol round, Forrest did get a 3-man here. He is quite notorious for his pistol play, so showing them who's boss again in the pistol round. And Bali paused the game to pick up some Chinese food, apparently. But you know, he's got his wonton soup, and we're back into the match now with round 2. So let's see if NIP can survive this anti-eco from Virtus.pro.
Versus what?
Look at the top, Virtus.pro.
Virtus.pro.
It's almost like we're Northern.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
But we're going to get the B push coming in again with these pistols. Tech 9 actually there on Taz. It's like they're actually going to find some kills. And they're going to make their way into the site. And this should be the bomb plant. And they actually have picked up the weapons. So NIP looking really bad in this round now. Really nice quick entry from Virtus. And he was going to find a very easy kill onto Freiberg. Get right going to go down as well. So Exist is, I mean, he's in a really tough spot. Obviously, the best thing he can do now is to pick up some kills. He's got no kit on him. So unless the teammate had one, there's really no chance to defuse this. So just going to see what damage he can do. And it's going to be Pasha to find the kill. And they survive with 3 weapons. That was kind of ridiculous. That was just, it's not like they're doing something special. They're just running at the site and winning right now.
Yeah, they just safety. You know, this is a map where it's quite a large map and has long rotations. So they just played the numbers game there. Did Virtus.pro, and it worked out in their favor. I mean, we've seen them do crazy things on ecos, especially on Cash yesterday with that 1 AWP buy with an eco for the rest of the team. So may see more of that kind of play today. But here's an aggressive position from Get Right in mid, who's going to try and get close to someone and find some heads to pop. It will be Pasha just playing a bit of a passive angle here on mid for the time being. Got to be careful now that it's the other team on the eco.
This is a very typical opening here. Is we do see the Faris coming in for Virtus.pro, and NIP did invest in quite a lot of money in this round. That we saw lots of pistols, lots of armor, even the Kevlar helmet there for Fiflaren. So this is kind of a big loss if they aren't able to do at least any damage. They do take a frag onto one player, and Forrest is going to find himself the scout there. So let's see what he's able to pull off with it. It's going to be Pacha here through the smoke, and there is the connection with their head. So going to be able to swap that weapon out. So that's kind of a nice result there. But he's going to have to go and just play very defensively with that now. Fiflaren looking for something with his P250 armor, but oh, if he can recover that weapon, that's got to be the mission for Fiflaren now. Ooh, not able to do it. Snack's going to take him down, and NIP looking quite bad now ever since that first round victory. Virtus.pro just putting on the Virtus plow quite literally in some of these rounds.
Yeah, this is a very common pick, a very common map pick for Virtus.pro, and I think they do love to pick it against NIP especially as well. But obviously Virtus.pro also dangerous on Mirage, which was almost definitely going to be one of NIP's vetoes here, and then possibly, I don't know if they'd veto Dust 2 against Virtus.pro. What do you think?
I don't think so, no. They've shown they do enjoy playing Dust 2 quite a lot. And once again, Virtus.pro, they just hit the site hard and boom. NIP just die. It's like we're not seeing anything particularly impressive or advanced. No, Virtus.pro moving into the site as a unit and then taking it and then making frags and then winning the round. That's just what's happening round after round right now. And NIP obviously haven't been really on any buys so far, and their full buy round has been delayed until what should be the next round because of the weird way the start went and also the investment that they made the previous round. So NIP looking to bring things back into their hands on the following round. And Virtus.pro, I do wonder actually, I mean, he does have FAMAS, he probably saved up quite a lot of cash as he's had that since the second round now. So I imagine Neo's going to pick up an AWP, and we're going to see that contestation for middle. CT side does have a better timing on middle, a little bit like Cash, but it's only ever so slight. So we'll have to see if they try to use that or if they just give it up entirely. And they should be afraid of middle, I think, right now against Virtus.
Okay, so again, we can see some of the NIP players giving up their helmets to get some grenades in the bag, but their helmets won't be so necessary. Although that said, Neo and Snacks do have CT rifles, so that will make a difference if they meet the helmetless Ts. And there is going to be a boost on the A bomb site as we have potentially a fast push here from Virtus.pro, which may slow down a bit for the time being. Just taking up positions around the site, and then they'll try and get a pick here.
Yeah, they're just coordinating this properly. They have to wait for those players to get into position on the ground, and Biali's taking his time to really get into a forward position. Just checking all the angles carefully. In go the smokes, and in goes the push once again. And so far, these simple players have been working, but they have Exist now boosted up in the spot, going to jump down after the frag, and finds himself actually getting taken out. But they are doing very well on the trades here, and it's just Neo remaining. And Neo does manage to find himself a kill and get right. Any economic damage here is fantastic. NIP looking so bad on the money. And you know, Neo didn't opt for an AWP that round. He wanted to just go for the super economic play by just being forced into the position where he would buy it. But it looks like actually, you know, Pasha's going to pick up the AWP. And Pasha and Neo are the AWPers. Usually, I would like, personally, Neo on the AWP more on the T side. But Pasha is also quite the beast.
Yeah, he's always mid with this AWP on this map. And we'll see if he can get a pick here. Looking at the money very quickly, it is a similar situation to what we saw yesterday, where it was kind of broke every round for these players. So get right will be Pasha's opposite for the beginning of this round, and we are getting some aggressive pushes potentially here from Nip, just firing through the smoke, warding off the terrorist in the general area. So Pasha taking some shots. Will wallbang get right down to 19 HP, which will make him a bit more passive for the time being, as Pasha is joined by Neo and Snacks.
So they are making their way up middle now, and we're going to see Get Right get smoked off there. So, oh, and a flash as well. So they're going to start figuring out what's going to happen. And we see Virtus.pro readying up for this really crazy A split, and they've got two players in middle actually denying the rotation too. So this is really tough times for NIP. They're going to have to hold really strong on the sites. Exist's going to have to make some great shots here.
And the flank is coming in here from Neo, so the pincer movement is real, and NIP not really sure where the bomb is at the moment. You can see there's two people on the B bomb site, not really sure what's happening. So Taz going for the wall bangs there, where he was taken out by Exist in the previous round, and Freiburg's going to be the only man standing on this, as he is facing 3 terrorists at the same time. They will take him down and clear the site. The bomb is going to go down, but Get Right could get there just in time. Does get the head of by Ali, and it's going to be Snacks versus 2. He is not going to know where the other player is, and as you can see on the radar, it is going to be a crossfire here from Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Snacks does get one, but there is still FACEIT coming around from Shorty's. Got the pace on, got those Nikes on. Gonna throw that flashbang around. He knows the position, gonna try to turn the angle. Does find himself the kill, and FACEIT is gonna save the round here for NIP. And a very timely round to find that save, as NIP are starting to come across some momentum here as they get 2 in a row, and Virtus's money starts to diminish as NIP starts to grow. And as the CT side here, you really want to get as many rounds as possible. You want to get like at least 6 or 7, and that's like an amazing result. Something like 5 is you're pretty happy with. It's a pretty T-sided map, generally speaking, and we're going to see Get Right going with that AWP now.
You can see they don't really have a dedicated AWP per se on the NIP side, so when they do have an AWP, they generally play the spawns. So you can see Get Right was the closest to mid in that situation, and he did have the AWP thrown to him, but he won't have anyone facing him just yet. Virtus.pro will be aware that he's probably picked up the, well, someone has probably picked up the AWP, so they'll be a bit tentative in the mid area for the time being. You can see there's an aggressive position here from from NIP on A, so they'll have the information that the Ts are going to be around the B bomb site for the time being.
Does look like Exist is making himself a very nice little push on the ground, going to find Bialy, but Virtus.pro ready to deal with this, and they are still holding on to their positions very defensively, so as they just use the time as best they can to try to force out something more from NIP, who on the desperation might just go for another information play, as did Exist. But so far it is Virtus.pro now, beginning as the time runs out to make their move towards that B bomb site. We are seeing FACEIT could make the most timely of peaks here to cause problems for Virtus.pro, and the problem will just begin at Snacks, but it's going to be Neo that does finish him off, and they make their way into the bomb site off the frag, and it is a good defense from Forest getting 1 kill, but in fact maybe it's not quite good enough. Going to see the bomb get planted down now as the Get Right does come in from the top with that AWP, perhaps something that he may want to save at this point, as Virtus.pro have 3 players left alive with those AKs, and certainly they are quite dangerous.
Yeah, so Get Right's going to have difficulty finding someone here, and it may be a save for him, but the flank again is real here from Pasha. So Virtus.pro slowly eliminating the possible angles, and Pasha going to look for an exit frag here on Get Right. Maybe even turn into a trade frag if he lands a shot, but it's Pasha who takes it in the leg, and Neo who does get the actual kill there for Virtus.pro. So that's going to be the AWP back in Virtus.pro's hands. We'll save them a bunch of money, and the NIP side are going to be forced into an eco here. We've got 3 players with $1,500, one with just over 3.5, and a Forest with 2,400. We've seen, even on these pistol rounds, dangerous things can happen, so Virtus.pro will need to be careful here, as they probably expect that there's going to be an eco here from NIP, and they aggressively take middle, see that nobody's there, and have 4 people around the A bomb site at the time being. But you can see NIP packing up with 3 people here, going for safety numbers.
Nice things there on the pads as they make their way in. Will be a pretty easy entry, couple entries so far. Different is going to come in from the side. They do have NIP players all arriving on the scene, but looks like it's not. Oh dear, Snacks finds himself the knife on Get Right, as Forest does come in from the top. And certainly Forest is not going to find all that much there, as we do see a very, very easy cleanup of the eco there for Virtus.pro, as NIP now scrap together a buy, and it is looking very weak, very limited on grenades. One would expect perhaps to see something a little bit unorthodox from them here to make up or compensate for the lack of grenades.
Okay, so we've got an aggressive position here in mid from Get Right. Going to try and get an early pick. That smoke is going to help him get closer to this T side. We'll see if he can pick the right time to push through that smoke when the Ts go past, should they choose to do so. We've got an aggressive position here again on the A-bomb side from Nick, with Freiberg and Exist waiting to greet Virtus.pro with open arms, and Get Right, Forest is going to find a frag in mid. So Get Right's position may still be unknown here for Virtus.pro. You can see that Pasha is peeking around with his AWP, and the frag is coming in thick and fast all over the map at the moment. B-bomb site is cleared, which is going to force Forest to rotate towards it. The bomb could drop here though if Pasha's not careful.
Get Right in a very good position, as Pasha does make his way across mid to short. He gets spotted now by Get Right as the bullets do rain in, but Get Right will fall back for now, as Pasha is very, very aware of this position. Let's drop the bomb there as he goes for the peek towards short. We do have Exist on that close range angle to stop them making their way up short, and there's more LNP players where that came from though. Exist going to drop the bomb, and we do have Pasha making his way in, doesn't even know which way to look, and it's going to be NIP with 2 easy kills, and they only lost FACEIT on that round as they easily cleaned that one up. Kind of, I don't know. I mean, Virtus.pro didn't seem to get into the positions in time, and NIP were just 1 step ahead.
Okay, so you can see the back and forth is real here. NIP 4 versus Pro 5. The money again is looking sparingly. These teams are fairly even here at the moment, and we've seen a lot of clutch games recently between the FACEIT League and SLTV, and we may be seeing that here. But it's still early days here in this match, round 10 of a possible 30. We do have overtime in the FACEIT League, MR5, so more carnage can ensue if necessary.
It is very slow now to begin with this one. We see both teams contesting for position, as Forest tries to win that battle, that duel over by the vents. He will actually end up losing that one now, so he's not going to feel too confident to reinforce get right on middle. As we do get the frag aggressively coming in from exist towards short. He's going to fall back onto the site now, and it does look to be the case that Virtus.pro are going to be ready to move, or rather make a move right now. And it's Neo going into the vents. They know Forest was actually quite tagged down in that area, so they're going to try to take control of it, but Neo's going to get taken out. And Forest certainly doing much more than perhaps he had ever any right to, as we see Bjarni picking up a bit of an entry there onto exist. And it's like their pace is still quite slow. There's 30 seconds left now though, so NIP are looking for that committed play. They are so ready at the moment. You can see Freiberg there at the back of the site, outside of Secret. Let's see now if Freiberg's going to be able to do this. He's pretty much going to be alone to begin with. In fact, Forrest is coming around from the side, but he is still smoked off, so Freiberg doesn't even get that crossfire really just yet. And it's going to be Forrest and Freiberg to get 2 kills. Bialy left now. He is going to go down as well. And NIP are just... they are just winning these like little battles of attrition, and we saw that Virtus.pro were forced by the time. So great patience there from the Swedes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if Virtus.pro go for some kind of force fire here, or if they choose to go for a full eco. They've got a mixture. Yeah, they are going to go for the force fire indeed. Managed to get 3 AKs out of it. Got a helmets here and there. Only Patch is in fact going to be without the helmet. And Taz just rocking the Deagle. And we saw what Taz could do with Deagle yesterday actually, and Get Right as well. So these players also dangerous with the pistols. An aggressive position again, straight out into mid. So Nip are potentially expecting the eco here, but these guns may come as a surprise.
The event's going to find himself Get Right, and he does work his way towards middle now. Exist though, that is a good position, isn't it? Pasha going to be caught completely off guard here, as he does make the frag there. And now they struggle because they are forced into B. There's 4 players left. They don't really have much in the way of grenades, and they've already lost middle. So NIP taking control early of this round. But Neo actually wants to see if he can actually wrap around middle towards B, as that would certainly increase the chances of this on. And Fifth Lion already with a quick kill there. And then backing away. NIP slowly figuring things out now. They spot Neo. That's a complete giveaway as to what's going on now with Virtus.pro. As Taz gets spotted and the bullets come in. And it's Taz to get taken down by Fifth Laren as well for the double. As we do now have Bialy just trying to see what he can get done here. Does have full health more or less. So it's very possible for him to do some damage at the very least. And NIP is certainly susceptible to do some damage on the economy. Definitely don't want to be rebuying at this point.
Bialy will slow things down here to put some doubt in the eyes of Nip. Make his presence known on the bomb site. We'll get 1, but won't manage to get the 2nd. So worth him just being quiet there for a few seconds to put doubt in the eyes of Nip. Maybe he's going forward, to rotate towards A. Long as it is, probably had time to do it. So wasn't facing 4, but more Wraith facing 2. Was a crossfire position, so he managed to get 1, but the trade frag did come in. And it's going to be 6-5. Nip taking the lead now.
It's the Scar on middle.
You have a Scar song?
Yeah.
I'm learning so much about you, DDK.
It's like a little, what are they called, jingle? You're gonna make a jingle when the Scar comes into play. It's the Scar on middle.
My Scar is called Blat, Blat, Blat.
I don't know why I started singing, honestly. I think Delirium is setting in early today.
Oh, that's really early, man. We've got 6 games to do here. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like.
It's
later on.
It's the throat lozenges, man. I don't know what they put in those things.
It was pretty bad yesterday, but who knows what could happen today. I mean, we've got grenades on the table, you know. Things could get explosive. Anyway. Tentative games here. Nobody wants to face mid and...
I mean, in Virtus.pro, they're in this position, right, where they're like, well, we're pretty much dead meat if we actually try to push together onto a site. So maybe if we just wait long enough, someone from NIP will push, you know, and make an error. Because that's a mistake at this point. They're basically waiting for a mistake from NIP, but NIP are not making a mistake by pushing them. And now Virtus.pro with not a huge amount of time left. They're finally deciding, okay, you know, well, enough's enough. We waited for quite a while, but it's time to push and subsequently die, and that's exactly how things went. So NIP played that round absolutely perfectly, but we do have the Scar still, forget, right? And he's got a Molotov too. There's quite a few Molotovs, or incendiary. They're called incendiaries on on the counter-terrorist side. I mean, why do they call them different things? I know that they are essentially the same thing, and it is an incendiary grenade, and it's literally a Molotov for the T's, but
that might be why.
That's probably why, isn't it?
Yeah, probably why. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so smart. I just answered my question.
I don't think we should get a Molotov in the studio. That might be a step too far.
We can get an incendiary grenade,
I think we should keep it to pins. Incendiary grenade kind of worries me as well, if I'm going to be totally honest.
Why?
I don't know. I think me plus incendiary grenade equals bad things.
Well, Fiflaren might just be in for some bad times here. He's got lots of players from Virtus.pro on the approach very rapidly, but that flash did slow them down somewhat, but he gets nothing. And we're going to see Virtus.pro making their way in. Now, get right. Let's take down Taz with the Scar. And look at that. That's it's like a metronome. That's the tapping of the Scar there.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Frivo coming in now from the spawn, but it's snacked behind the smoke. Like a ninja just sitting there. Forest, look at this, it's far everywhere. It's like they just walked into 7th plane of hell right now. Just everything is alight. So you do get NIP slowly successful on these frags, and they do actually get all the kills, preventing the bomb from going down as well. And Get Right keeps his Scar, which is more or less the most important thing, right?
Do you think NIP are angry after losing yesterday?
I don't know, but they do seem to take a lot of rounds in a row, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they're doing really well here at the moment, and I'm really excited because we're going to have NIP again versus Titan later on today. I think it's about 10 PM CEST, and I think that's going to be a heated match.
NIP Titan?
Yeah. But for the moment, it's NIP versus Pro, and NIP are in the lead 8-5. 2 quick picks, though, for Virtus.pro. Fiflaren and Exist going down is going to make it a 2-man advantage to Virtus.pro. That's going to make it 3. Great flash there through the smoke from Pasha.
This is unlucky for NIP because they went for a very quick risk. You're going to see some trades coming in, so they're actually going to put it to a 2 versus 3, so that's something. But they went for the risk. They've been very passive every single round. This round they went like all guns blazing, very aggressive. We're going to see Fiber making his way in short there. Does get taken out, and Get Right switched up the Scar for the AK. So here he goes. Going to find his first combatant. Okay, we're going to go with the pop flash, going to make his way in. And it's going to be the spray down. And he does manage to get the head of Snacks there, so that's...
He is the spray master, let's be honest.
Certainly good news. And there's still 2 players to find. There's still time, I think, and he's got a kit, so all that incendiary for the back of the site. In fact, the timer is running down quite quickly at this point.
This isn't matchmaking, buddies.
And another incendiary tossed. Fortunately for him, he did actually not get the correct position. Guessing right there, but Get Right does get taken down in the end. But yeah, I feel like that was a really cool round from NIP. But I really feel like they just got a little bit unlucky.
Yeah, only Biali did manage to survive the bomb, taking out his teammate there. But it is the last round, so it will only matter so much. But it does matter because Snacks only has a CZ75. No AK for him, not even a Galil. So that will be a small advantage in the early stages of this round here for NIP having 5 rifles versus 4. So let's see what kind of push we have here from Virtus.pro. Again, we've got aggressive positioning here from NIP on the B-bomb site. And that spray will take up for us, but Fiflaren gets the trade frag, and that will retain control. But we have 3 people in mid here for Virtus.pro. We'll see if Get Right can take any of them out. That's a quick headshot there on Neo, and a second one to follow up. The bomb is still in control of Virtus.pro, and they know where Get Right is, and they're hunting him. They've got the Molotov down. They're going to force Get Right to get out there. He's going to disappear and emerge somewhere else. And Exist is holding the angle here on the A-bomb site as Biali is going to do a timely flank potentially. Bomb still in no man's land at the moment in mid. We have the CTs trying to cover both sites, and Exist will take out Pasha. And Biali will take out Freiburg, so still more uncertainty as they don't know where Snacks is. But we're going to see the crossfire coming into the A-bomb site here.
Snacks. Quick kill onto Exist there. That's going to be an easy take to the site. So we do move 2 onto Get Right, moving in quite quickly. But his teammate, Fiflaren, is very far away, but he's a bit too far away. Get Right kind of has to act here. The timer is ticking down. So they got to gain something already.
Oh, that's nice.
And he does actually... might just find Snacks there. Does take a few bullets onto Snacks. Minimal damage done here as he goes in. Fiflaren going from defuse. Get Right going to have to secure this. Fiflaren coming off the defuse to find the kill, and that's actually perfect there as they do manage to get the defuse. So NIP, they had a terrible start to the game, and then they did what we saw them do recently, which is just take ridiculous amounts of rounds in a row. and they brought themselves to a 9-6 scoreline. That actually puts NIP in a favorable spot to win the match.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good showing there from NIP, and looks like they could be back to winning ways here in this first match of today's proceedings. So we will see what they choose to do. They've got 3 Kevlars here on the T side, and it looks like they're going to go straight for an A bomb site play. They're not going to just going to have Exist here in mid, looking for a potential flank, and Pasha doing the same, just covering the angles.
I think in this update they made the minimap smoother. All the little dots moving on the minimap that represent players looks really smooth now. That's just a random thing I just noticed. I actually spend a lot of time looking at that. So
I did notice that I'm connecting to servers a lot faster now. I'm not waiting like 5 minutes.
Well, it's like NIP happy to wait here to.
Virtus.pro seem to be playing the retake here. They're not standing on the site, but kind of just around the perimeter. They've got 3 people here. They will see that smoke coming in. That will take a few seconds to bloom. Just going to tap through the smoke for the time being. And again, you can see, look at the Virtus.pro positions on the radar. They're just going to wait for all their homies to come in and go for the retake together.
This is really nice because they get the 5-on-5 essentially, as opposed to the 5-on-2 or 3. So this is pretty smart. The only problem is that they sacrifice being against the clock. And we're going to see how well they do now. We do have Neo in with 2 of his teammates from one angle here from CT spawn, already taking all the entries. Virtus.pro looking really good now. And in fact, Fifth Larringer goes down, and Exist now is the last guy standing. That bomb is being defused. It's like nothing Exist can do about this. And they didn't lose a single man. That was fast, furious, and mighty fine from Virtus.pro.
Yeah, that's great play. That was a full 5-man retake, 5 versus 5, and they didn't drop a single player there. So excellent, excellent strategy there from Virtus.pro.
So that's something people should copy for sure. That's really nice.
Yeah, you can see why they picked this map. They've drilled it in that from the pistol round onwards, as you can see from what we just saw there. So great play by Virtus.pro, and great confidence to retake the site there like that. I mean, that smoke was critical. That made it so much easier for them to kind of just emerge from the corner to the site with significant cover. So good strats there from VP.
Obviously, though, NIP with a low investment here as they're going up for the buy for the following round. So they're ready to just get the round over with a quick explosive play towards the B bomb site as soon as they decide that the smoke, it's time to go in, which is when the smoke dissipates. It's going to be boom in the site, and Snacks might just find himself a lot of eco kills in that P90. And comes Neo from the back, so he's making himself a few, and so Snacks sprays him down as well. And pretty easy there for Virtus, as one would expect. But one quick point that I want to bring up is when it comes to maps like this, it can be very similar to Cash, where it seems like it should be, particularly, T-sided here, and it's particularly CT-sided on Cash. But the side that's poorer really comes down to having like a really sick understanding of the maps and the strategy. And NIP sometimes I wonder about their T sides a little bit. They have good thinking going behind a lot of their T sides, but I'm not seeing these awesome consistent strategies that we're seeing out the French teams at the moment from NIP.
Yeah, the French teams are definitely some of the teams who are leading the way in a kind of strategic charge, which is changing this game week by week, basically. So you could argue that there is some catching up to be doing from some other teams here.
Yeah, I feel like, well, actually, we'll hold this for, go back to this later, as we are seeing NIP readying up for a bit of a push here. And you can see that they haven't created threat on any other parts of the map, and Neo's already up in middle, and Virtus.pro could react to this very quickly, as he could come back and flank them as they move in for the rush on short. And this is primarily just because NIP haven't been forcing the players back in middle before going for this play. In they come though, and we're going to see the frags coming in for Taz. A nice little double, Bialy there to support him as he goes down. And we see NIP unable to really break the site. And of course Neo coming in on the middle in a very good position. And it's it just all went very well there for Virtus.pro. But the bomb will still go down. But Freiberg has 1 point of health. So I don't much favour his chances here, to say the least.
He's playing positions where only his head is exposed, but the numbers game will be too much, and Snacks will take him out. They're going to look for some guns, it seems, while they defuse the bomb, so just checking for any AKs that are around, but it doesn't seem there are. So they'll be with their M4s and going to drop the P90. So it's 9-9 now, and Virtus.pro looking strong on the CT side here, as expected. This is one of their favorite picks, especially against NIP, so we'll see. It may be an uphill struggle here for NIP. They're going to go for the eco here. Freiburg's got the Juan Dig, so we'll see if he can connect with any faces. Flashes himself into mid. Going to be up against more than one person at the same time here, and it's not going to happen for him on this occasion, as we do have the NIP side spread out at the moment. The bomb rotating towards the B bomb site here, and there's only going to be one person defending at the moment, but Virtus.pro have a sixth sense, and they're putting 3 on A for the time being, so we will see if the rotate comes in. Yes, it's going to be Neo coming to support.
Max running out of bullets even, and we're going to have all these kills rattling in, and Get Right and Exist are left. Can they get the bomb down? That's really the goal. Exist just has to try to get this kill to stop that. Oh, the denial does happen regardless, and Virtus.pro do end up taking that round. So it is a pretty well played defense there. I think it was yeah, they had just one man there who basically was tasked to hold against 5 players and just delay long enough for his teammates to get in. And he managed to succeed, and we're going to have the 10-9 scoreline coming in, as we do see the full buy from both sides. No orbs in play at all, and Passion moving close here on middle, as the CTs do smoke things off and try to get themselves quite close to middle so they can react quick to A and quick to B. And let's see what they can find here. Is I think they did just barely spot Forest there in underground. And it is Get Right moving through vents and Exist very close on middle. So Virtus.pro and IP might just end up clashing here on middle, and this could be a very decisive moment in the round.
So there are lots of...
Oh, nice. Forest, he might just... Oh, he gets taken down by Taz. So good defense, but lots of pressure now coming in, and all these frags on middle. It's Virtus.pro who are... Oh, but there comes the response. They're looking good at the beginning, but now NIP hold on to middle, but they have 30 points of health combined, and they do have 50 seconds, so that is some time to work with, and they can try to play for the 2 versus 1, but this is going to be very, very precarious now for NIP on such low health. They cannot put a foot wrong.
That is a foot wrong, unfortunately. Again, Fiflaren, last man standing here. He should be able to plant the bomb unless Taz puts himself in a favorable position. There are 20 seconds remaining here, and Fiflaren will give his position away with that smoke. See, Taz has detected it here, so we'll see if Fiflaren does get taken out. No, he's not going to shoot in the right place, but Fiflaren's going to have to go huge here if he is to clutch this round. It is possible. Does have the AK. If he connects with one head, then it's going to be a 50-50 here. Taz only with 46 HP. They do have the smoke stove for a smoke diffuse, and it looks like they are going to go for it. Trying to search for the bomb in the smoke, it seems.
Fiflaren is going to have to make a peek eventually, and as that defuse comes in, as there's a 1-on-2, and he's got to make the kill. Simple as that, and it's going to be Snacks that wins the duel, and we are going to get the defuse here for Virtus.pro, as they do make their way towards a lead here on the scoreboard, but it is very close, and NIP on the money, still looking quite good as well. So both teams still looking for that economic control. And we haven't seen very big buys from either side. We're not really seeing any of the big weapons, no scars or orbs or anything like that. And Virtus.pro is so comfortable with that style of play. And we'll have to see how they played this round. I'd like to see some aggression on B or something. They haven't mixed a lot of that in just yet.
All the nades coming in on the B site to shut out NIP. However, Forest will find Bali on the A site, so that's going to stretch Virtus.pro a bit. This is very early into the round here, so they're going to have to make a decision as to where they put their bodies now. Yeah,
instead of going for the B aggression, they went for the A aggression. Unfortunately, they did not really get much from it. They got a lot of damage onto Forest. He's on 8 health now, as we do see. NIP slowly taking some real estate here. They've got middle, and they do have Fiflaren pushed all the way to B. Fiflaren actually is serving as quite an effective scout at the moment. He's seen absolutely nothing, and he's almost on the B bomb site. Virtus.pro have kind of committed themselves to this A site, and Freiburg is increasing the threat level towards A, and that's really going to keep Virtus.pro in place for quite a while as the bomb does ferry itself over towards B. So this is perfect here for NIP. Very well done so far.
We'll see if Freiburg manages to find anyone. If he delves too deep, he may find himself and waters he can't swim out of, as he will be surrounded by 3 people from different directions. And there come the frags, and we may see a faster push here from Nip as Virtus.pro realise that there's no one else there with Freiburg, and they start to rotate towards the B bomb site.
And it looks like Virtus.pro might have just bought themselves enough time with a quick kill onto Freiburg. Already seeing a couple kills coming in before that bomb can get planted. Get right does get a single frag onto Pasha. It's going to come out with some more though, and he won't. It's going to be down to assist now. He could just get the bomb down barely. And NIP had such a good round, but I mean, they could never know that there was no one in the site. They could never know that. They had to do the slow walk.
Yeah, they have to be very, very careful. And you've got to expect, even with an early pick, the CTs, as we saw so many times yesterday, especially on Inferno, they're going to have 2 people on either side there. But Virtus.pro now 3 rounds up against Nip. Nip are able to buy.
Maybe the only way they could have saved that was to have 2 committed to the fake on A.
It's hindsight, really.
Or you know, to create a continued threat level. Yeah, I'm just trying to think how they could maybe have created a stronger play there. But you know, into the next round now, and all hindsight aside, as we have Neo coming up towards the vent exit on middle, and once again, Virtus.pro playing very close to the positions of NIP, trying to get those fast responses and information in.
Yeah. Virtus.pro keeper charging up mid and taking over at the beginning of each round, and it is a very powerful position, as we can see here from Neo, but if he looks around the corner at the wrong time, he may get sniped by one of the Nip players here on the other side of mid. And he's going to hear them running around as well.
We see the CT spawn smoke being lined up there by Squeaky Door, and this is going to, of course, allow that A-split to come in, but Neo's already spotted this, and Virtus.pro already rotated a man over. They've left one on B just to be safe, but still, Virtus looking good. They know what's up, more or less, and we have the full rotation coming in, but it's down to those entries, and Forrest does get himself one. Freiburg is in onto Bialy, and that's going to put serious issues in here for Virtus.pro, as this round is completely lost now. 5 men after plant against the 2, and Virtus, they should still have enough money, I think, for a buy. Let's have a look at the money real quick. Yeah, okay, they are fine. Yeah, 8k, 12k. It's
yeah, the drops will be coming in thick and fast here. They still have a 2 rounds advantage, and again, you can see Nip's money. They will win this round, which will put some money in the bank, and they will survive with 4 players, which is also very, very key. Only one will need to rebuy. Other than that, they'll just replenish their nades, which allows them to get some bank, which means they may not necessarily be ecoing for a round or 2 should they lose. But only 2 rounds behind here, round 23 of a possible 30.
So do we see the orbs mixed in? Looks like Virtus decide that is not the plan still, and perhaps this is a read on NIP, because we do see them, you know, picking up orbs on Neo and Pasha from time to time.
Yeah, you can see Nip were considering the AWP in the previous round. There was a slow buy from Exist who had just enough to buy armor and an AWP, but opted against it in the end. Now we've got an aggressive position here. Virtus.pro trying to change things up and doing what they're famous for with their aggression from the CT side. Forrest going for picks here. We'll face 2 and back off. Can he get away in time? Looks like he can. So that'll be that out of action for a while. But the flank's coming in from Freiburg.
There goes the Molotov into the back, as the frag is picked up by Freiburg. And they do make their way into the occupation of that bomb site, as Virtus.pro lie behind the smokes, isolated from that site. It's going to be Pasha to spray through to find Freiburg. That's going to even things up now, thanks to Forrest, though, as we have a really good situation for NIP post-plant. The Molotov down still, you know, hindering the approach in here for Virtus, and Forrest going to find himself number 2 now, as we are seeing this attempt on into the bomb site, and it's just taking too long, too many losses. Pasha, snacks, no health left at all to play with, and it should be a simple cleanup here for Fifth Lauren. Actually, there is some time here to find the defuse. He's going to hold. He's going to go for the hold. Oh no, just taken off at the last moment, but I don't think he has time.
He's got time. He's done it. Oh,
no, he hasn't got time.
Oh, facepalm. That was so close.
Yeah, that was really close. That's why I was surprised that he took off there. That was so marginal. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty tight. I was surprised that Virtus.pro were able to get into the site in the end. NIP made a really good entry, a few entries there, and Forrest was really locking things down, and they kept delaying them with grenades. They really did a good job, but Virtus on these retakes, man, sometimes they are just beast.
Quick peek from Pasha just to get some information there. The loss of that round by a whisker has broken the Virtus.pro economy, as you can see here. So this is a very critical round for both teams. In fact, again, we saw this in a lot of matches yesterday. Just the economy being broken for both teams all the time. You know, very critical rounds again and again and again. And here is one more, as there's only one round standing between these two teams at the moment.
And already, frags coming in for NIP 3 at once. And Virtus.pro Taz coming in for the frag onto Freiburg. There exists there in the distance, but Taz going to have to hold position for now because there are too few players for Virtus.pro on this defense. In comes Fifth Laren, and there he goes. Snacks does get the frag now as things all rest on Snacks as he goes back to middle. And he's going to hear the traffic towards the A bomb site as he does hear that bomb plant situation. Going to make his way around the top. We can see how heavily fortified it is up here in the A site. It's almost like a little cutscene before, you know, in like a single player game, before you go in and try to dismantle the defense and get the objective done. But unfortunately for Snacks, it's looking a little bit too difficult, and he's going to just settle on those exits for now. Comes Forest though, and here is the first challenge for Snacks, and he will defeat Forest. But there's two more where that came from.
Will he die to the bomb here?
I don't think he will. Ooh, it does take a big chunk of damage, and that's enough to boxed in by NIP. Well played to them. And so the game does get tied up once again. Virtus.pro perhaps seeing far more resistance than they first imagined against NIP.
Snacks on 27 kills, far and above anybody else on this server right now for either team. So considering the score, he's been really putting in work for his team here. So, you know, kind of evenly spread around the NIP side for the time being. And again, we have this aggressive push down mid. Just instant control for half the map for Virtus.pro. Unfortunately, they've only got one person on a B bomb site, and we have the aggressive play here for terrorists coming to take the bomb and plant it on this site. And Snacks is going to go down, and we're going to see them speed up on that pick. They might know that Virtus.pro are playing one on B here, and Virtus.pro are going to be well out of position to defend this.
I like how it puts up this little text thing. Freiburg just saved Forest by killing Snacks. So that's awesome. That's so cute. Oh, Biffern might just get himself some nom nom eco frags. I don't know why I put nom nom there, but sometimes it feels like that. Just delicious eco frags. But I'm going to see Pasha now with that AK making his way through the vents. And he might just spot himself and Exist. And there he goes, Exist is very wary of this possible attack from the vents, but he's going to force Pasha back. No armor on Pasha, so got to be a little bit careful there. Ooh. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Pasha does manage to make himself the frag on to get right there. And they're causing all kinds of havoc on these remaining Virtus players, but eventually they will all die. And we will see another round for NIP as we have the buy for Virtus now. But this has got to, they got to come up with something. Oh, there it is, the AWP, finally.
Okay, so I think Pasha's going to pick up that AWP. Again, with their aggressive positioning on mid, they're not really seeing any contestation of the area at the beginning of the round. So I do wonder if Pasha's going to stay here or rotate towards the site. Again, you can see 3 people in mid now for Virtus.pro, and a passive position here for Fifth Laren, who's going to be the distraction man. We've got Get Right playing the Kaiser Sose position towards B, and then we've got 3 NIP players looking to cause some shenanigans towards A. So I think NIP are just going for pick plays at the moment, just trying to pop heads with the AK and then playing off that. Virtus.pro trying to make a read on where they expect these plays to go. Again, because of the passive play at the beginning of the rounds from NIP, Virtus.pro has pretty much left mid alone this time and gone to stack people on the site. But Fifth Laren is going to find information there, just bunny hopping around the middle of the site, making noise and eating all the grass. And there's no response here from the other team, which is going to tell NIP that they might be up to something on the CT side. I
think A is going to be very problematic for NIP. I don't know if they want to hit that, unless they got proper nades. We've got the AWP coming in from Pasha already on that long angle, on the angle towards short rather. And this is very powerful. They don't have the grenades right now to actually deal with Pasha, but it looks like Pasha is going to fall to a grenade as he does with a couple shots in a row, and that's going to allow NIP an entry, but they already sustained massive losses. Freiburg is bleeding out right now. Get Right does take down Neo, as we do see Taz come in from the top. That's slowly edging onto the angles. quickly going to have to back away once again, wait for some teammates to come into play right now. So this is very dangerous, and they are very low on grenades. It's just Snax who has grenades, and Snax is the one who's very far away. One flash would go a long way here for Virtus, as we see Taz finally getting the kill onto Exist, but the time is running low. In comes Bialy onto the bomb boxes as Get Right lurks up on top, going to dismantle Taz, dismantle Snax, and spray through the smoke for the triple. And that's the round there for NIP, with Get Right. I mean, he always comes in at the right, like, bang on the right moment to bring out the play.
Yeah, that's great play there once again from Get Right. Just never anywhere until he suddenly appears. So we can see the Virtus.pro economy is in a very awkward position where if they, well, do they force it or do they eco and play for overtime? They have a difficult decision to make here. They can go for a FAMAS spy, but they'll be quite lacking in nades. Won't have the range they otherwise might have to take over swathes of the map with the AWP, as you saw the pick and then the leg from Pasha with the AWP in the previous round. They still will be able to take over mid, but again, the information gathering from Fifth Laren in that previous round may have slowed down the nip push on sites, which may have otherwise got them into a lot more trouble. But it did end up with only one nip player. Basically, it was the clutch from Get Right that won in the round anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, I swear, whenever I watch his POV, it just looks like he's some kind of predator. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like what would be a great name for Get Right, because he looks like this predator. He's always like stalking prey. That like he's so deadly. He moves so silently. Just retracted the claws and is like moving through the brush, and his prey never knows he's there, and he strikes, and then everyone dies. He just looks like that so much of the time.
He's like a lurk in natural selection. Ever played natural selection?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
I was always I like playing the Onos. Big elephant thing, just go around and eat people.
Isn't that what you get like when you have the most evolution points or something?
Yeah, I'm a beast. I'm always got them.
That game was pretty cool. I didn't play the second one though. Did you? Was it any good?
I bought it because I'm really hype about it, and I loved playing that game. But Counter-Strike just takes up too much of my time. I'm too busy knifing people on Surf Deathmatch to play Natural Selection 2. Unfortunately.
All right, so we're back into the match. 14-12 the score. NIP. They are looking great right now, and
we have got the Force Spy here for Virtus.pro, including a Mag 7 for Neo, who is we're in a chat. Whoops. Who's going to be playing the close quarters towards B, and we've got the aggressive position here, but it's not going to pay off. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, which is going to be in the advantage of NIP, because it's going to have to stretch Virtus.pro, and Taz has only got 5 HP remaining, which could put Virtus.pro in some trouble later on in this round as NIP decide on what they want to do.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. I mean, they're trying to figure it out right now. They're actually rotating Get Right back from B, and likely they're going to do the 3A and then have Get Right come up through mid play, or just lurking in mid there. That's most likely what's going to happen. We're slowly seeing them move through short, and this could work really well. Oh my goodness, the grenade does just insta-gib Taz right there on the spot, and in comes a rotation now from Virtus.pro. NIP are slow to make their way in, but they will get that side regardless. Virtus.pro behind the smokes and the flashes, and NIP with a very nice after-plant setup. What are Virtus to do now? They're looking like they're going to go to a match point NIP situation. They got a mag, got an M4 and Snax. They're not winning this round. They got to go save those weapons. Where do they find the edge against NIP?
They have to play for overtime now, but look at the money. They've got hundreds of dollars. I mean, with that kind of balance, they'd get kicked off a roulette table in Vegas. Like, they've really got no money in the bank. So this is going to be a miracle if they come back from this. But we've seen what Virtus.pro are capable of on eco rounds, and this is their map as well.
That was daylight robbery right there. Neo deserved that mag kill.
He did get a shot off as well.
It was not right on the guy's head. I'm sad about that. But we're going to see now the match point in for NIP against Virtus.pro. A very strong match from them. And we're going to see now what they are up to. It looks like they do have quite the movement towards B. Not splitting anybody off towards vents just yet. And actually, Neo going to have to fall back there. He's pretty much on the lonesome. And we do have the scout on Pasha too. I don't know if you slowly make their way towards B. This might just be a plain and simple B here, as Neo does take down Get Right already. And that should cue the rotation for at least one player. Neo going to find another one, and there it is, the rotation coming in full swing for Virtus.pro, as NIP are going to get that bomb planted. 3 versus 4. Very doable for them, but they are low on grenades. Just 1 Molotov and 4 flashes for them to defend with, as Virtus.pro move in with very limited grenades as well. Good explosion there onto Freiburg, but it's not going to be quite enough. And we're going to have ourselves a situation where the time is running low. Farah saving that Molotov to the last second. There it goes. That's going to help massively, funneling them through at one spot. Forrest just going to lay down the fire. Does take the kill, and we're going to see a situation that Bialy just cannot possibly win. And he's going to get the kill, but there's just no time. And it was a wonderfully done round by NIP.